We got a handshake, but apart from that, not a great deal of warmth at the Shangri-La dialogue.
No, I mean, I think a lot of the members who are there, 600 defense chiefs as well as analysts and a number of different think tanks on the military side, really gathering at the Shangri-La in, of course, Singapore over the weekend. It was an opportunity, to use military terms, to open up lines of calm communications between China and the United States. You had Lloyd Austin, you had Li Shangfu, the two defense counterparts in China and the United States. They had what Lloyd Austin described as a cordial handshake Friday at the beginning, but then not much after that. To continue with the military jargon, essentially both sides digging in their boots and getting, dare I say, a bit defensive. Let's first hear from Li Shangfu and Lloyd Austin, and then we can kind of talk about the ramifications after we hear from them.
The right time to talk is any time. The right time to talk is every time. And the right time to talk is now. Dialogue is not a reward. It is a necessity. And a cordial handshake over dinner is no substitute for a substantive engagement.
The true design of the attempts to promote NATO-like military alliances in the Asia-Pacific is to kidnap regional countries, play up the conflicts and confrontation, which will only draw the region into a whirlpool of division, disputes, and conflicts.
Now, this also coincided with what happened in the Taiwan Strait over the weekend. We have video of that where the U.S. says a Chinese PLA military boat essentially crossed the bow of a U.S. ship that was passing through the Taiwan Strait within 150 yards of the bow of that U.S. vessel. So that's sort of inflamed tensions, obviously. The United States saying they have freedom of navigation rights in international waters to go through the Taiwan Strait. And a Canadian vessel also went through the Taiwan Strait. But just to pick up on what Li Shangfu said, he got a little bit, more poetic, if you will. He said, in reference to a Chinese song about welcoming friends with fine wine, he says, when jackals or wolves come, we will face them with shotguns. And he mentioned, again, about the security alliances and the NATO-like alliance in this part of the world, in reference, of course, to the common complaints that Russia and China have about what's happening in Ukraine and creating a NATO-like alliances, whether it's Five Eyes, AUKUS, or the Quad. Essentially, that was a focal point of many of the conversations this weekend, and that was whether the United States is leading a charge to create a NATO-like alliance in the Asia-Pacific, which the United States says it is not.